Thanks for taking the time out to speak with us today.
You're welcome.
Let's start with skincare. I know that Luminous Skin starts with your daily routine. So what are some of your favorite products that you use every day?
I mean, I'm really loving the Pond's Luminous line. It's great because it brightens dull skin, especially in the winter months. You really want to make sure you constantly clean, but also brighten. The moisturizer is fantastic because it's weightless. I always tell women, don't be afraid of moisturizer. Instead of, retouching with a foundation, try to retouch with a little bit of moisturizer instead add to it, and then it'll just make it much more dewy and pretty at the end of the day, as opposed to being cakey and heavy.
Right. Awesome. So as a model and an actress, you've gotten the chance to work with some amazing makeup artists. So what are some makeup tricks you've picked up to fake a glowy, luminous look?
I think really, not being afraid of using your hands with foundation, really, put the foundation in your hands and really warm it and really pat it into the skin, as opposed to like rubbing it or use a brush. Your fingers and your hands work much better. I use a cream blush, and then on top of it I use a powder blush to make my blush last longer. I also do the blush a little bit over my nose as opposed to just on the apples of my cheeks to make it look more sun-kissed. I love using like a cream liner in the eye. It opens up the eyes. And I think a lot of women, the main thing that they do is they don't focus on their brows. Go get a brow appointment once every 2 months and then just, clean up underneath. But it can really open your eyes and make your face look that much better.
Right. So these days, I know so many things we do are often photographed. So what are some tips for feeling confident when posing in pictures?
I mean, I love an eyelash curler. I'm not going to lie. My girlfriends always say if there's one thing Molly has in her bag, it's an eyelash curler. I love an eyelash curler and a little bit of mascara. That always makes my eyes feel open. I think in terms of a picture, wearing primer, if you know you're going to be photographed, it also makes your makeup last a lot longer. So really clean your skin, moisturize, and put a great primer on. I also think, holding up the camera, kind of catting it down just a little bit and kind of cocking a little bit can make you look a little thinner. It always makes for a good picture. And I'm not going to lie, I hate to say this, but go to CP Pro or go to Instagram and do those filters. They're always fun and they make you look even better.
Right. So for our readers especially, confidence is also tied to working out and feeling fit. What are some of your favorite ways to stay in shape?
I think fitness is so important. I think sometimes women, they'll get on, they'll do a week or they'll 2 weeks and they get bored and then they stop and then they feel like, oh gosh, I've stopped for 2 days, might as well give up the whole week. I think it's so important for women to really switch it up. Don't do more than 3 things each week at a time. So if you're spinning or you're doing aerobic cardio or you're running or you're walking or you're doing yoga, really, really change it up. You won't get bored and I promise you'll last longer. I think having a friend, that you may have to, text your weight to them. My friends and I do it all the time. My friend's getting married in July, and she texts me her weight every Monday, and I keep her to it. So really having a buddy system that also makes it better. And then you have a friend to kind of like, talk about how hungry you are. Doing a great green juice is also great because it starts your morning out really well, or a cup of hot water with lemon. And also exercising in heat. I hate to say it, but the one thing you have to do is sweat. Buy a couple space heaters, set them in a room. It doesn't matter if you walk, if you run, the main goal is sweating. It detoxifies, it gets you going, and you feel better. It gets those endorphins going.
Great. So I know you are a new mom. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you manage to find the time to fit and work out and still take care of yourself with a busy schedule and a toddler or infant running around?
Well, you know what? I think that's just it. I have a schedule. I know my baby goes down 2 hours after he wakes up, so normally I exercise between 9 and 11. Kourtney Kardashian told me the other day that's exactly what she does. You find moments and you don't have to do it all at one time. You just have to do it. So if he only goes down or she only goes down for an hour, only do a half hour. And then I guarantee you there's some time in the afternoon that you can go on a walk with him. So not only are you with your baby, in the afternoon, you're exercising both. So I think people who say, oh, I don't have time, try to make time because you're going to be a better mother if you feel good.
Right. Great. Well, those are all of our questions today. Thank you so much for taking the time out to chat with us.
And you can also go on Pond's on Facebook for more tips. And we're also doing a 30-day challenge. It's called the Luminous Photo Challenge, so women and young girls can send in their luminous looks and win gift cards at the end of the month.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.